Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to Dentistry and Medical. Please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Today's topic is about blood physiology. So let's start with introduction of blood. Blood is connective tissue in fluid form. It is considered as connective tissue because it has matrix and living cells which are red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets. It is considered as fluid of life because it carries oxygen from alveoli to tissues and carbon dioxide from tissues to alveoli. The next content is properties of blood. The blood is red in color. In arterial blood it is scarlet red because of more oxygen, while in venous it is purple red because of more carbon dioxide. The volume of blood is in adult it is 5 liter, while in newborn it is 450 ml. It increases during growth and reaches to 5 liter at time of puberty. In female it is slightly less, that is 4.5 liter. It is 8% of the body's weight in normal young healthy weighing around 70 kg. The pH of the blood is slightly alkaline, that is 7.4. If we see the viscosity of the blood, it is 5 times more viscous than water due to RBCs and plasma proteins. Now let's talk about composition of blood. The blood contains formed elements which are blood cells and liquid portion which is plasma. The blood cells are red blood cells or erythrocytes, WBCs or white blood cells or leukocytes, and platelets or thrombocytes. If we see in this picture the centrifuge blood, it contains 55% of the plasma, 1% of the buffy coat which contain platelets and the white blood cells, and the 45% of the dense red blood cells. Now let's talk about the plasma composition. The composition of the plasma is subdivided into solid form, water and the gaseous component. In solid component it is further divided into organic substances and inorganic substances. In organic substances it is plasma proteins, amino acids, carbohydrates, fats, internal secretions, enzymes, non-protein nitrogenous substances. Inorganic substances it contains sodium, calcium, potassium, magnesium, bicarbonates, chloride, potassium, iodide, iron and copper. In gaseous there is oxygen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen. The plasma is straw in color. Now let's talk about functions of blood. The first function of the blood is nutrient function. The nutritive substances like glucose, amino acids, lipids and vitamins, these are derived from the digested food and are absorbed from gastrointestinal tract, which are carried by blood to tissues for growth and production of energy. The next function is respiratory function. Transport of the respiratory gas is done by blood. It carries oxygen from lungs to the tissues and carbon dioxide from tissues to the alveoli. Excretory function of blood. Waste products formed in the tissues during various metabolic activities, these are removed by the blood and carried to the excretory organs like kidney, skin and liver for excretion. The fourth function of blood is transport of hormones and enzymes. The endocrine hormones are directly released into the blood to the target tissues, and also different enzymes are transported by blood to required site for their action. The regulation of the water balance is also by blood. Water content in the blood is freely interchangeable with interstitial fluid. This helps in regulation of the water content of body. Regulation of the acid base is also done by the blood. The plasma protein and hemoglobin act as buffer and help in regulation of acid base balance. The next function of blood is regulation of body temperature. Body temperature is regulated by blood by maintaining thermoregulation mechanism, that is balance between heat loss and heat gain. In this picture it is shown that when more heat is required there is vasodilation occurs, and when less heat is required the vasoconstriction occurs. The next function is storage function. Water and some important substances like protein, glucose, sodium, potassium, these are constantly required by tissues. All these substances are present in the blood and are taken by the tissues during conditions like starvation, fluid loss, electrolytes loss. The next function of the blood is defensive function. The WBCs in the blood provide defense mechanism and protect the body from invading organisms. The neutrophils and monocytes engulf the bacteria by phagocytosis. Lymphocytes provide cellular and humoral immunity. Eosinophils also help in the detoxification and disintegration and removal of the foreign proteins. Now let's talk about plasma protein functions. The first function is coagulation of blood, which is by the activity of fibrinogen and various clotting factors. The second function is defense mechanism of body. The gamma globulins play important role in defense mechanism of body by acting as antibodies. These proteins are also called as immunoglobulins. The third function is role in transport. Plasma proteins are essential for transport of various substances in blood. Albumin, alpha globulin and beta globulin. These are responsible for transport of hormones, enzymes and also responsible for transport of metal in the blood. The fourth role is maintaining the osmotic pressure in blood. The plasma protein exerts the colloidal pressure or osmotic pressure, which is exerted by the plasma protein is about 25 mm of mercury. Since the concentration of albumin is more than the other plasma protein, it exerts maximum pressure. The fifth role is role in regulation of acid-base balance. Plasma protein, particularly the albumin, plays an important role in regulation of the acid-base balance in blood. This is because of the virtue of buffering action. The sixth function of the plasma protein is role in viscosity of the blood. The plasma protein provides viscosity to the blood, which is important to maintain the blood pressure. Albumin provides maximum viscosity than the other plasma proteins. Role in ESR. Gamma and fibrinogen accelerate the tendency of Rolex formation by the red blood cells. Rolex formation is responsible for ESR, which is important in diagnostic tool. The eighth function of plasma protein is role in suspension of RBCs. During circulation, the red blood cells remain suspended uniformly in blood. The property of RBCs is called as suspension stability. In this, globulin and fibrinogen help in the suspension stability of RBCs. The ninth function is role in production of tryptophan substances. The tryptophan substances are necessary for nourishment of tissue cells in culture. These substances are produced by leukocytes from the plasma proteins. The 10th function is role as reserve proteins. During fasting or inadequate food intake or inadequate proteins, the intake of the plasma proteins are utilized by the body tissues as the last source of energy. Because of this, the plasma proteins are known as reverse proteins. This is the end of the topic. Thank you for watching.